want to talk about reactionary video? I just showed J.R. Jackson. He was reading the story beforehand, and we wanted to do this clip about the sucker punch that occurred between Andre Dirrell's uncle and Uzcategui, which happened on the Dirrell versus Uzcategui fight. There's some context to get to before that, but J.R.'s reaction was, whoo! Damn.
I mean, come on, man. We'll get to it.
Here's the sucker punch. I think we can use like 4 or 5 seconds of it, barely. Thank you, Showtime. Thank you, Jim Lampley. Please don't come after me. And please don't send Andre Dirrell's uncle after me either. Or any of these two fighters, regardless. Here
or their uncles.
Oh, wow. Jesus. My goodness gracious. My gosh.
And then some pictures to go with it. So some context to go with it. Dirrell claimed a vacant interim super middleweight world title by 8th round disqualification after Uzcategui drilled him just after the bell rang to end the round, and Dirrell was ruled unable to continue on the Gary Russell Jr. versus Oscar Escandon undercard at the MGM National Harbor. What followed, and if we could show you more of the video, which we cannot, but we can leave the link in the description box below. What followed was an issue with Dirrell's brother outside the ring. There was some fan interaction outside the ring, and it seemed like some minor fighting, squabbling.
It looked like you're right. There's a perfect term for it, but you said squabble was close to it.
Squabble.
Scrum.
You know, there wasn't sucker punches being thrown just yet. And then inside the ring, you have both camps who are trying to figure out exactly what's going on outside the ring. They're all talking to each other. But the most important thing is Dirrell came over to Uzcategui and said, "I forgive you. It's okay. We can probably do this again. Most importantly, I forgive you."
I mean, at the end of it, he gets the win.
Yes.
And the title.
Yes. But I think he was saying is
I think that's why he was probably okay.
But it's such an unsportsmanlike thing to punch somebody after the bell, and that's what led to the disqualification. That in general, the fact that he's still saying immediately after the fight is over, it's good, man.
Thank you, man. I won.
Thank you.
I don't have to continue fighting. Thank you for that.
We don't have to go 4 more rounds.
You know, I forgive you. Just give me the belt.
And then.
I'm just saying, it was a perfect opportunity for him to forgive. I'd forgive too if I just got some the title and some
a good belt, nice belt.
in my payday.
What do you do about Dirrell? What do you do if your crazy uncle goes after?
At that point, that's just icing on the cake.
We have a whole thing for like the joke of like the conservative uncle at the Thanksgiving Day table who's the racist uncle. What is the uncle who sucker punches the guy that punches you after the bell and you win the title?
That's the uncle you keep at your side when you go out. You with your crew.
Your entourage.
That's the one that's with your entourage, man. He got your back. That's the uncle that got your back. He ain't crazy. He ain't racist.
What was for him?
Huh?
It was a good left hook.
Man, I know that's a boxing family because I haven't seen many fights in person. I've seen a few. Nobody lands punches. Fights are the biggest waste of time. Street fights in general, where someone either reaches them behind, they start grazing someone's ear, or they grab hair and snatch someone's arm and push, and they get on the ground and everybody just starts jumping. And it's never like a clean fight, and rarely a clean punch.
Clean punch. It reminds me of it was almost as good as Rugby Odor's
I was thinking the same thing.
Which, by the way, they penalized Odor for getting a clean shot on him. If he happened to miss, or it was like one of those neck punches, it wouldn't have been bad.
The winner of the fight always gets punished more.
BS, man.
Because the loser already got punished.
Him up. Put him in Dirrell's corner. So, in addition to this, his uncle is wanted by police after a post-fight sucker punch, as the ESPN headline put it. He's the assistant trainer of super middleweight Andre Dirrell and was wanted on 2 assault charges by Prince George's County Police on Saturday night after he punched contender Uzcategui. So he's wanted on assault charges that Jim Lampley said that's assault. You can't just walk.
It's true.
What's amazing is that's the first ever assault in the history of boxing that occurred inside a boxing ring.
All I'm saying is if there's already a scrum going on outside because the family of the boxer
it's still in the ring.
Well, I mean, if it started outside, right? There was a little bit of there was commotion on the outside.
Yes.
The family of the boxer who just won, Dirrell, was upset about the outcome and the way it all ended, and the fact that honestly it was after the round sucker punch, if we can call it that. So if that's already happened, we're talking about the degree to which his uncle had his back. Where's the support group for the fighter who just got
I know it all happened.
He was standing right in front of him for however extended period of time.
It also, one of the things I was curious about too is that, I mean, we're watching in slow motion and it happens, I'm sure, pretty quickly, but he got 2 punches off. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like a combo.
It was close.
And also, Jim Gray was the sideline, one of the telecast guys, not just Jim Lampley.
People don't throw combos in street fights. This man is a fighter. That was a nice hook followed by a straight. That was nice. He missed the straight because he started getting, oh no, he kind of grazed him on that one.
He did, it was one of those neck punches. But you're right, the crazy thing is you don't really see, I mean, he hit him hard. What would have been the worst thing though is if he went down. If he knocked
stood
him
and
out.
took it, he looked more surprised and he's like, I can't believe I just got punched.
Yeah, I guess these guys
But
are
I'm
used
still
to getting
here.
punched in that way that I always thought that a sucker punch, because it would catch you off guard, is what would drop you, right? I mean, look, if you punch me or sucker punch me, I'm getting dropped regardless. It doesn't matter where you punch me, I'm going down. My point being, though, is that he like snapped back and took another one and still stood. Obviously, as a boxer, but the bare knuckle, that people forget the glove protects you.
And he had a ring on. Oof. It was a big ring. It wasn't like one of those flat little like, you know.
Just for TYT here, just give me your hardest shot.
Thing is, to be clear, I know people say I'm not gonna hit you. Like that's the jaw, but he hit him in his chin, which shakes the jaw, and it's like this is the anatomy of the body. And it's connected to your temple. If you hit someone in the temple, that's why you get knocked out, right?
40%.
It shook the whole, man, it was awesome. I mean, hey, you know what? Just as much props to the man who took the shot.
Let's see if I can trigger you enough to knock me out. If I just start screaming conservative pundits.
He wants to get an assault charge.
I want workman's comp. I don't want an assault charge. I want to have full say over what goes in the candy jar, all right? Look, there's some good boxing stories out there. This is easily one of the most wild of the year. On a weekend that I think Crawford fought this weekend and got a W. And I'm missing, there was another actually good boxing fight. It was another decent round of fights. I didn't catch all of them, but I'm actually excited to watch them back on. We'll have to not legally download them, maybe, possibly, to
Possibly,
watch
maybe. Or outside chance.
Dad, give me your goddamn Showtime
AKA
information.
stop talking.
Jim Gray is one of the telecast reporters. Jim Lampley does HBO, so just to give myself an update on that so you guys don't, it's not Jim Lampley. Lampley does HBO. It did sound like him though, that's why I was so concerned. They have like the same voice. All right, comment below, like, favorite, subscribe, JR Jackson, at JR Jackson on the Twitter and the Instagram. Go give him a follow so you can get more followers than Jesus Godoy. That's
Strong chin.
strong chin.